Hi, I'm Steve from Conductive Labs, and this is a video about the MRCC. We're going to be talking about the modifier called velocity scale. So you can look up there to see the screen. You can look over here for the stuff on the desktop. What we're going to show right here is how to use velocity scaling on keyboards. I've noticed that on some of these cheaper keyboards, let's go back for a minute. And let's map A to the Volca bass. And if I press, you don't hear anything, but if I press hard, you do. That's because the velocity on this particular unit seems to jump from when you hit it slowly, it's always a velocity of 1. I looked at using our MIDI tool, and if you hit it harder, it jumps up much higher. So I need a way to somehow or another squash the velocity so that I can get a velocity curve here that's not skewed by maybe the keyboard doesn't work so well after a while. So let's go ahead. Don't mean to badmouth anybody, it's just a feature of the MRCC. So let's go back over to velocity scaling. Let's go ahead and actually, in this mapping, let's add velocity. There we go. So we'll click on there. It'll bring us right there. And now we're going to be using velocity scale. We'll use the number 1 slot. Actually, let's mix it up. Let's make this 3, and then I'm going to go back here and I'll move this to 3. There we go. So now I'm using the 3rd velocity scaler. I'll click back in there. Okay. So now there's let's go down through the screen. So the number up in the corner is which of the 6 velocity scalars I'm using. We're going to use velocity scalar 3. This allows us to choose a source channel. So we'll leave it on any because it doesn't matter what source it is, but you could want to only map certain channels on a port. Okay, so now I click down again, and it brings me down to 0 here, and I can raise this up, which means anything from 0 to 32 in this situation will map to a 0. And then, by the way, these numbers go really slow. If you hold the blue button down and rotate, they go really fast. So you can jump really, you don't have to, in this shifting of the parameters works on most screens. So let's bring this up to about 50, okay? And now, I still get that dead zone. So let's map this up here. Okay. Yeah, so no matter how soft I hit, I get some amount of note going through. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah, there you go. So this allows me to bring up the baseline of the velocity. So anything between 0 and 50 is going to map to 24 to 127. And I can go to any of these 4 dots and map. So it'll even go upside down. You can come over here. And let's turn this way down. I'm holding the blue button here so it goes faster. And then I can go down to there and turn it up. And now it's going to map invertedly, which is crazy. So the harder I hit, the softer it is. So you can do some crazy things with the velocity scaling. And that's basically how velocity scaling works. Thanks so much.